Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Hey, Urbanov, good
I
job.
was waiting.
The new episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Strength of Thousands. We got lore speakers. We got everything you could possibly need. And we got friends. Announcements before we get started. What?
I was gonna say we have everything we need except maybe a wig, Hanzo. I saw you turn to the camera and go.
Oh no, I love being bald. I love it. I also wear a wig for work, so sometimes the wig
Ugh.
is before we have to do a show, and so I get to go do sound check, and I'm like, guess what? They told me I get to be bald for the show. And he goes, "What?" Have a great time.
I thought it was cute.
Yes, before we get started, a few announcements, general housekeeping things. Number one, other shows on the channel. Tomorrow night, Will and Data Fang playing games, playing Remnant 2.
My assumption is Remnant 2.
Yeah,
You're still on
we're
it.
still on that. We're still finishing it off. I don't know what we're going to do after Remnant 2. We'll figure it out. Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Once again, Honey is in danger.
Technically, I'm not in danger yet.
Yet.
Technically, I could walk into Wednesday session and go, you know what, y'all? I changed my mind. I've had a change of heart. I've seen an error in my ways. I'm not going to. I'm just saying I could. I'm not in danger.
Me and
yet.
the prep work I've done appreciate that. Then on Thursday we're off. Go watch Critical Role. Apparently Abria's DMing a bit for a while, so that'll be really cool.
Fun.
I'm not sure that's still happening, actually.
Oh, was that an old thing?
That was
I
like for
missed?
2 weeks, and it was done.
Oh, sad.
They
Oh well.
they had to traumatize Robbie Damon and then bring him back into the main campaign.
I saw a bunch of stuff going on. It was like TikTok clips of it, so I assumed it was relatively current, and it was just a whole bunch of cishet men being really awful. I was like, yeah, that tracks. Friday, Astral Calling is off this week. We're taking the week off. We're down to McKenna. We're down to Sarah. They're off doing something fun, each of them separately.
I'm going to a wedding.
I'm visiting my parents.
Now.
Yeah, it is. Everyone's getting married.
When are you leaving for that?
So, actually, probably Thursday night.
Damn it, never mind.
Do you want to ride? You were going to ask for a ride up?
Maybe I was like, we could carpool again. But I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
we have
I'm
to
not
take
leaving
off
till
work.
Thursday night.
No.
Nice.
Oh, so close.
So close yet so far. But Friday we're off this week. Me and Matt are going to have a stream. It might be something. It might be something really jank and weird, but it's going to be a stream. It's going to be Will and Matt. Matt and Will. I like the idea of us doing our Fate stream this week. That could be fun.
It will probably descend into me yelling at you.
Yes, I know. That's the fun.
Content.
Then
Y'all should invite Chad to your Fate stream and not tell him that's what it is
No.
until he's already on the Zoom call.
He's too smart to fall for that.
I don't know. If you're all over Messenger and he can't see your eyes,
I wouldn't do that to Chad.
Yeah, why would you trick your friends like that?
Yeah.
because
Like
it's funny.
McKenna, how would you feel if we did that to you?
I'd probably just leave the Zoom call.
And you don't think Chad would?
Oh, no, he
probably
will.
would. I just think it'd be funny.
It'd be hilarious for the 2 seconds he's on the stream.
Also, the difference between me and Chad is that I take 45 minutes to get ready for stream and Chad does not.
Saturday, Tabletop Bros.
Stay on.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hear that, so.
We didn't hear that, Zoe.
What?
We didn't hear
What?
that, Zoe. I said Saturday, Tabletop Bros. And then you said something.
You're gonna have to talk to Cap on that one.
Not right now, Will.
Emo Prom 2 Electric Boogaloo.
The pictures were lovely.
It was. It looked really cool. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
that
really
was.
fun. It was fun. We both surprised each other with corsages.
Aww.
Aww.
Would it shock you to know that we don't have prom in Canada?
Really?
No.
Hmm.
You guys do any sort of school dances?
Yeah, sometimes. They're not really like. We called them sock hops.
Also,
I did
it
sock
was
hops in like elementary school.
And
my
then, like,
situation was also weird because I went to an all boys high school, so
Oh,
What?
grab
Y'all
pop-
didn't take each other to prom?
no, we don't have prom. We
You
do
didn't
have like
take each
one
other to the
grad.
sock hop?
No.
Listen,
Lame.
Canada's like 10 years behind the rest of the world for entertainment.
I
Um,
didn't get a prom.
We have grad, which is like when you graduate to get to a big party, but like there wasn't much.
Prom has been a thing since the 50s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, McKenna, the 50s weren't real.
no, but Robin Sparkle was.
It's
Oh, boy.
true.
Now we're
Yeah.
getting into the weeds.
Then on Sunday, speaking of weeds, probably no Stardew Sunday because we were chopping down weeds all this week. Maybe it depends on Sarah, but if not,
Yeah.
then Will and Emily playing that puzzle platformer together. We're going to finish it off. It's really weird. It's cool though.
Cute.
Yeah. And then Monday, Strength 1000 AP. Show you're watching right now. Why are you watching it? Well, because we have one of the awesomest GMs in the world running it. We got Matt.
Woo!
We got Matt running tonight, and now I will hand things over to Matt, who
Matt running and running GM.
Matt, you're running.
that's why Matt's legs are sore. They were running for the first time in how many months?
It's true. I had trouble getting out of a chair earlier this evening. Well, that's the thing. I don't stretch, and then I go running around a neighborhood for 30 minutes and come home.
Stretch,
See,
Matt.
you need to stress,
please.
and you also, when you're running, you need to make sure you're leaning forward with your arms behind you so you're more aerodynamic.
There are many
Ignore
reasons why
him.
that's not
At
true.
least stretch for me, bud. As a
I mean, I
person
Sarah
did-
does
who-
yoga.
Yeah.
Trust her.
I did like 2 squats in the elevator on the way down.
Not a stretch. That's not a
Not a
stretch.
stretch. Not a stretch.
Matthew, don't Deku your body.
Please don't.
Don't
Don't-
do
don't.
to your body what Deku in season 1 of My Hero did to theirs, and season
What?
2.
Break your
and
body every
season
2
3.
seconds?
Okay, that is slightly not a good application of that metaphor because Deku actually trained incredibly hard to get where he was. It's just he could not possibly train as much as he needed, not for superpowers to nearly blow off his limbs when he used them.
Yeah, during a month.
That's all.
Like 2
That's All
months.
Might's fault.
You
But
should
anyway, yes.
get more
Hello, everyone.
durable limbs.
Get more durable limbs, man. Hello, everyone. We're back to play the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path tonight. I am Matt, the Dungeon Master or GM. I've never been really clear on which one I should say. But I am here to run these wonderful people through this adventure as we follow their careers all the way from students all the way up to now, where they're teachers fighting a cult of nothingness, trying to reach a portal that might lead them to another planet. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe. But they have done pretty well so far. They've defeated some demi-liches. They took care of a bunch of horrible undead things that were a little too active with their tongues. It was really uncomfortable for everyone. And then you
All of the
participated-
words in the English language, and you chose those.
Yes, on
Why?
purpose. And then they had to deal with an involuntary case study in what happens if you starve undead of the thing that they need to live. But then they shot the thing in the face that didn't have a face and blew off its head. So, all was good. But before we get into the game itself, we're going to go around the room and introduce all our wonderful characters tonight. Starting with Zoe, because I was playing Baldur's Gate and you are dressed as a character from Baldur's Gate. And please introduce yourself, your character, and tonight's question is, if space and money were not a concern, what collectible would you just go in deep with? if space and money were not a concern.
Oh god, that's crazy. Okay. Hi everybody. I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Post on the internet. And tonight I'm cosplaying Bald Shart.
Fart, if you might.
When people call her that, I think it's just not very tasteful, but
But here we are.
fine. But regardless, I'm not playing Bald Shart tonight. I'm playing yeah.
That's just such
She's
a
the
funny
opposite
phrase.
of that. She's got beautiful purple locks. She was designed by our very own McKenna Ray Tynan, who's the fucking coolest. And yeah, she loves all things cute and pastel, and she does a little bit of damage here and there. And collectibles. If I were allowed to have all the collectibles I wanted,
What specific type of collectible?
it would be plants.
Ooh.
I would have a beautiful, gorgeous greenhouse. I would have like a
Ooh.
botanical garden. Like
Ooh.
A zotanical garden, if you will.
I will. That's good.
Thank you.
I love walking into a greenhouse and combination of the good kind of humidity in there. You can just smell the plants, like not even flowers. You just smell like, oh, things grow here, and it's lovely.
Depends on the shade of the greenhouse for me. Like if it's like a nice deep forest green, yes, but if it's like that weird yellow pukey green, not for me.
You mean the color of the plants?
No, the color of the greenhouse.
Well, as punishment, you are now going next. Introduce yourself and your character and answer the question.
Hello, I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Rules on the Internet. If you're in the Winnipeg area and want to see me pretend to be a Swedish person, come and check out the play. You buy tickets at that link. It's a play. If I'm ranking it, it's a good play. It's better than some of the ones I did in LA.
That's not necessarily the highest bar.
are you having fun?
But it is a
Oh,
bar.
I'm having a great
is a
amount of
bar.
fun. It's a very
It's not
fun.
the floor.
Then it's perfect.
Yes.
And Will, who are you? Did I miss who you were playing? Did you say that already?
No, I haven't said that already. I'm playing Igara Gama, and soon to be, once we hit level 16, the useful once again, Choco.
Ooh.
Who hopefully will survive this week, because last week
hopefully-
it was a little touch and
Little
go there
touch
for a
and go.
minute.
Yeah,
We tried to
Zoe,
have
you
an
missed
impromptu
Will
therapy
trying to
session.
like immediately murder Choco the second Choco got
He was going
sick.
to resurrect a vampire! You
We
don't let-
had the materials to fix it.
And once we had the materials to fix it and confirmed that we could fix it in a timely manner, I said, okay, let's fix it.
Only because we protested when you immediately said, I kill Choco.
Now, Will, if you had no constraints on cost and space, what collectible would you have?
I don't know, Matthew. I don't know.
All right, this apparently has introduced a great deal of existential dread for you, so we're just gonna move on.
I don't
to-
because there's so many things. Like, oh, I could make I could have all the SD Gundams I could ever want. Oh,
Let's
I
go
could
with that
have
one.
all the Lorcana. Oh, I could have all the magic. Oh, I could have all of the food themed plushies. I could have.
Okay,
there's
I'd
so
just
many
like to point out,
collectibles.
using like storage space for Lorcana cards is not particularly visually interesting, unless you put every individual cool card in a
No,
little
but
frame.
so hear me out, okay? You take like one of those like old library like card catalog desks. You make it so that the front of it's a window. You put whatever chase from that set and that color it's in that one, and then you have a play set of every card, and you have this like beautiful tapestry of artwork.
I feel like I've been to a card store where that's where they stored the cheap rares that weren't worth much. I think that was Fusion. But speaking of someone who has no involvement with cards of any variety, except maybe tarot cards, McKenna.
Hey, it's true. I do like a good tarot card. Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Ray Tynan. I am McKenna Ray Art on all of the platforms and maybe a new platform soon. Cara, that's Cara. I don't have an account yet, but I hopefully will soon. Is a new up and coming art social media, photos, digital artwork,
Ooh.
traditional artwork. And part of the feature of their social media is that they glaze everything that is uploaded, to make it more
Oh.
difficult for AI to scrape it.
Support human artists.
I
Which I
only
like.
have one fear with it, is that some AI bro is going to
One
figure
fear.
out how to unglaze it and then just
See, here's the thing, well, the people who use AI art, for the most part, are not actually like the cutting edge hacker tech bros. It's low effort, that's why they're attracted to it.
There is a bit of an arms race going on between the people behind Glaze and Nightshade and the people behind like Midjourney and all of those. But they're already on like Glaze 2.0, so they're getting better. But
just be
anyway,
safe.
that's a whole nother different thing from what we're doing tonight,
Sure.
which is Pathfinder, where I'm playing Avi, the Nyctera witch, and her familiar Agate. And if I could have a collection of anything,
Specifically if space and cost were not a concern.
then I think dice I do a pretty good job of collecting all on my own, because they cap at around, maybe there's a really expensive set around 100, but like beyond that, it's not too difficult. I would really like to start expanding my perfume collection. And those go, some of them for like $300 a bottle. So if money were no object and I could collect whatever I want, I think I would have to go with perfumes. Because they are more expensive than people think.
Definitely not the answer I was expecting, so very cool.
I've been getting more into that lately, as Sarah is aware.
I was like, it's either going to be slime, perfume, or dice. It's one of those three things right now. That's kind of where McKenna's brain is at, and we'll see.
Slimes kind of require too much maintenance. You have to keep activating them or they turn back into glue. So a large collection would not necessarily be.
Unless you had a staff. Comes in
Oh, I
once a
didn't
week.
tell you. I saved somebody's slime at work the other day because I was like, oh, my friend said that you should add contact solution. And they were like so happy. So thank you to McKenna's slime expertise.
Yay!
Do your part. Save an Eevee today.
Along with this.
Save a slime today.
Long
Also,
And-
yes, wigged Char.
Only
Last-
Evie can save Evie.
Last but certainly not least,
Or
our resident mother of cats, first of her name, Sarah. Please introduce yourself, your character, and what we would collect if space and cost were of no concern.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Margaret, also known as, I guess currently right now I should just go Cosmic Deity 746 on the things. I have multiple names now, evidently. And I am playing Charlotte, the Anati toxicologist, beautiful and blue with multiple arms. And honestly speaking, there's like two ways to look at this one. If space and like money were not a factor and I had a house for it, I'd be able to have more cats, which is an obvious thing.
Yeah.
But monetary wise, as opposed to living wise, because like you get a bunch of cats, you gotta take care of them. So like there's a limit to how far I can go before I go, oh, that's too many. I would have enough space and money to create an entire library full of books and plushies and beanbags and have people come and sit around with cats in their laps and read books. So I would collect probably
Comfy people.
relaxation things.
Yeah,
People.
comfy friends.
Comfy
I
friends.
feel like relaxation aids also covers the cats.
Relaxation aids, comfy places to sit, comfy, sweet books, the kind that are both enthralling but also not triggering. And kitty cats.
looks at Matt. about
Like the
to
one I
plug-
have in my lap right now, who is being a
Show
good
us the
little boy.
baby.
Waits for Matt to plug cafe and lattes.
Oh,
You
I
should
would
at least get the
definitely
name of the
have
book right.
coffees.
I mean,
How
Legends of
close are
Lattes
we?
is a fun, cozy book.
I love it. I love it so much.
And I have actually a similar answer. I would just want, can't quite see it, the bookshelf back here, because it's like double thick right now. I've stacked books in front of books because I have so little room. I'd actually kind of want enough room and money that I could collect as paperback or as individual volumes, like the entirety of One Piece. Because I would enjoy having that as a full collection on the wall.
That'd be
Me too,
cool.
honestly.
It's just
I'm trying
it
to
would
finish
take
up my
so
fruits
much
basket.
space.
I know. I'm trying to finish up fruits basket,
I
honestly.
think Emily just did a little while ago.
Would you want to get the omnibuses or the small ones,
Are you talking to me or Sarah?
Sarah?
Oh, individual manga.
Mm.
So the fruits basket that I have are the original volumes that came out in the US, not the post new fruits basket that came out, which were the special edition, the book sets and stuff. Now I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for years when it first came out in the US. I just haven't, I didn't have money or monetary to finish up the whole collection. So I've been looking for the older volumes on thrift stores.
Mhm.
So I could finish up the older volume collection. So Barnes and Noble, unfortunately, doesn't work because they're the new ones.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But that brings our introductions to a close. And, Will, why don't you go ahead and roll that intro, and then we can get rolling with the game.
Pushing the button. And we're back.
All right. So, welcome back, everyone. We did sort of the recap just before the intro, so we're just going to dive right into things. You guys managed to conquer the latest adversary you came across. I think people are a little battered and bruised.
I want a nap.
On that note, you guys actually hear the ringing of like a bell, like not a little servant bell or something, but a ding ding ding.
The ringing
Um,
bell
big old church
commands
bell.
you.
Yes, the ringing of oh god, over the garden wall is great. And you kind of pop your heads out, and there appears to be a contingent of the Lobane gathered outside the front entrance, and they apparently have been dispatched here to try and render aid because they're kind of like they were like trying to magically follow your progress, and while they're not going to advance into the building necessarily. They are going to try and magically seal the door behind you guys temporarily. So if you want, you could camp out in the front here. You may not want to camp out in the middle of the stone circle, but you can camp out outside and get a long rest.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sure.
We
Why
went-
not?
we
I
went
think a
through
few
lot
people
of
have
stuff.
conditions.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I want a nap. I wanted a nap like 2 fights ago.
Mhm. I want a nap, I want a nap, I want a nap, I want
Now,
a nap, I
granted,
want a nap.
drained is only going to go down by 1 step.
Well,
each
here's the
day.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Endures in Darkness could prepare restoration at a higher level this night. He can drop off a couple of his higher spells, especially the big AoE sun fire thing. Even though it's good against undead, it keeps being too big to use inside. So
Yeah.
he's more than happy to maybe knock that off and use that slot for
What's-
like a.
What's everyone's drained level? I'm just curious.
Mine is 2. I have, if memory serves, you are at 4.
I'm at drained 4.
Yeah.
Ophelia, perfectly safe.
You.
As she should be. As she should be.
I did my best.
That's our bard.
Yeah, so if he heightens it up to 4th level, Endures in Darkness can reduce Drain by 2.
Okay.
So how many people would potentially need that?
Well, if we get a long rest, I go down to drain 3.
Okay, so we at least need one of those.
Oh God, did they change something about looking at spells?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
If he doesn't mind using a 3rd level slot to prepare it, I could just do the 3rd level version or 2nd level. I don't know.
Well,
what it's
Restoration
prepared
goes at spell level 2, and then if you heighten it to 4th level, you add drained to the conditions you can reduce.
at. Oh.
So
I was gonna say if it's draining 2, if I after tonight will just need 1 drain removed.
so let me see.
I've also got restoration, so
Is it a 4th level cast of Restoration though, or a 2nd? Because 2nd level can't get rid of drain, unfortunately.
6th level.
Oh, yeah, that's the next one. You could potentially get rid of Doomed with that, but no one is doomed, thankfully.
Doomed.
Is that a scroll or is it like a? Or do you probably just have it prepared?
Mhm.
Sick.
All right, so we are gonna have then. Let me take a look here real quick. You know what? Endures. He'll just prepare 2 4th level casts of Restoration. It's gonna where's Restoration?
I apologize, chat. That was very unseemly. My nose just started itching, so I had to sniff really hard.
I didn't even
I
notice.
didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
All right.
It sounded loud in my ears.
Also, any other spell slots, remember, if we're going to do the long rest, remember to bring them back.
Yep.
Yes. Definitely did that. I'm trying to see, I don't have anything useful to y'all in terms of that aspect, unfortunately, but I will say, not me yet, will, whatever. I'm gonna reapply my reagents, and then I'm gonna make more stings, because I need to make more stings.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, so Avi is at what level of drained?
After a long rest, only 1.
Okay. Unfortunately, we still need to use the 4th level because drained only
Yeah.
becomes removable at level 4 cast. So Endurance can take care of that. After a long rest, what level is Eeyore going to be at?
3.
All right. So combined with the 2nd cast from Endures and the one from Ophelia, we can remove that. Oh, that's looking great. That's looking great, Zoe. You even got the thing.
1 second. Let me check.
Diadem?
Diadem.
Circlet, I think.
Well, I thought a circlet was a solid piece. A diadem might have like a chain element to it.
Oh, it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Diadem.
Cleanse Affliction.
Also, remember to give yourself all your hit points back.
That is important.
They changed the name of
This
some
is one of
spells.
those.
Oh, and I get Cloak of Poison back.
One more drink. I get my spells back.
Or what is it? Sound
I
Body.
used so many spells in between all of those encounters.
I was actually getting
Damn.
low on reagents. I'm glad we rested. Also,
We
I'll
just
be right
gave
back.
Endures the
Drink.
greater staff of healing, right, Matt?
Yes. Does those charges come back?
Yeah, every day. Highest level spell
Okay.
slot, you get that many charges.
Nice.
I was wondering because if we had gotten them the major staff of healing, that one has a sound body at level 4.
Oh, cool.
No, I think we got him. I thought we got him the major
Hold on.
because
Let me see what I wrote down.
yeah.
Major healing, yes.
Okay, so he can use the staff charges for it because that gives you sound body at level 4.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to prepare his big ol' AoE just in case we need it.
Well, I didn't actually have to not prepare that one because that one's at a super high level, and I was just getting rid of some 4th level stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I was like, I thought I gave Endures some tech to deal with this. I did. We're good. Also, I've determined, Matt, in your upcoming Art Deco game, I'm going to be playing a cleric probably.
Oh. An interesting choice for the setting.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll cover that more on Thursday this week because if I'm keeping my schedule, the first video detailing the history of the setting is coming out this Thursday.
Maybe Friday
Oh.
Hmm?
Maybe Friday too.
What?
Because we'll talk about it on Friday. Maybe that might be something we talk about.
We could talk about it on Friday.
We could.
Watch the video and you could have some questions. This could be like an interview.
It could be. Could be. Fun.
So, Mr. Urban, tell me, what were you thinking about when you made a casino run by an elder dragon?
I mean, that tracks for a dragon, I feel like.
Dragons could run casinos.
She is an entrepreneur. She's like, why try and fight people to get gold when they can just come in and spend it, and I just accumulate gold because mortals are stupid.
Precisely.
know? Fair.
Also, she gets to sit around on her ass in like human form and drink like wine all day.
Mm. Me?
Yeah, saying McKenna would like that.
I don't like wine.
I
Now,
would.
if it were hard liquor, that'd be different.
But yes, so is there any other spell recovery stuff? Now, admittedly, we haven't actually done the long rest yet, but we're just sort of doing this ahead of time.
Nope, that's it for me.
All right, so with the Lobane guarding the doorway, kind of constantly casting a magic lock on it, which is actually a fun spell at times. If you guys want to like arrange yourself up here, like north of the magic circle, just how you want to be arranged, as if you were camping for the night.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay.
Also, the Asmodeus priest ghost watching you guys leave. You guys are coming back, right? I'm
Yep.
still not free yet.
Back in the morning.
We just
Yeah.
had a nap.
I
Well,
guess-
now, bye.
What's one more night, I guess?
Bye
Being
forever.
tormented by my own death.
If we do not nap, we will not be able to clear this place successfully.
I
and
mean,
you
I
will
can't
be
stop
stuck
you
here
either
for
way.
A lot longer.
Yeah.
We would not stand a ghost of a chance.
The ghost of a champ.
As you like,
Alright.
as the doors get closed, he's like, "I
Whatever.
feel that's hurtful."
As
Yeah.
you should like it.
Yeah, so you guys bunk down for the night. I have to check something really here. How does that work? I am going to need actually, hold on real quick. I have to check how people are arranging themselves. Charlotte, are you off on your own over there?
Yepers.
All right. Charlotte, please give me a will save as you
Uh-oh.
bunk down for the night.
Okay.
What are you doing, Cat?
36.
36. You know what? That is actually good enough. Double checking. This is a two lower. So as you are bunking down and you clutch Webby to your chest because they're very soft and like a little pillow,
No.
you get this weird sort of prickling on your carapace, I suppose. And you get the strangest sensation that you feel like you're being watched. And you open one of your many eyes and you look up, and as if they were somehow standing with their feet in your stomach, just from the way the position they're standing in, there is a sort of ghostly outline of a old man, like human, kind of with a mean looking face, standing over you, staring down at you, and sort of kind of glancing around. And he's also holding seemingly like a ghostly, like a big book, and he's like writing in it and everything. And he doesn't seem to be paying that much attention because he hasn't noticed the fact that your eyes are open. And he's just, yeah, this seemed to be in the jungle area. Nothing of great import to record.
Can you get out of me?
He kind of looks down suddenly, like, oh, blood and stones. Shit. You're having a very strange dream. Go back to sleep. Wait, I mean, close your eyes again and you'll wake up and it will be fine. Subject is not properly aware.
I have a name. And
So-
you still haven't left my stomach. I would appreciate it if you got out of me. It's kind of weird.
Give me a perception check real quick.
27.
All right. Especially because you're a naughty, and you have grown up around people who were very talented in textiles and the weaving of threads and fabrics, you can recognize this despite the fact that this is a ghostly outline, so there's no like color or shades, anything to any of his clothes. It's all just kind of blue and smoky. You recognize the cut and sort of the style of the robes as being from the illuminated tree, but a little fancier than what you usually have seen. And you have just the time to take this in, but you did roll high enough, as he kind of like, he seems to grab at some talisman or something on his ghostly belt, and he just kind of poofs out of existence.
I look over to my shoulder and I go, this wouldn't happen to be something of your doing, would you?
I mean, I don't know what that was about. I think I've seen that guy before. I think he sat in a room and had tea with your grandma as she was making me. Give me an Arcana check.
41.
Oh dang. Okay. Yeah, you like think for like a second and you realize, oh, this was a scrying spell. And I passed the save to be aware that I was being scryed upon. And the thing is, you know for a fact you've never met this person.
Right.
Which means they either have something around you that they're using as like a touch point to scry upon, or they had to put more effort into and make it easier for you to detect them.
Oh, Webley.
I'm not getting rid of it.
No.
I mean,
Can we
would
at
it
least
help
put
it?
him in a lead box?
Would it help
No.
if I like turned myself inside out like a sock?
No,
I don't have. I
Webley,
wouldn't. It wouldn't
no.
hurt me.
No.
I can't feel pain.
It's not your doing, Webley. You're a product of a situation in which there really honestly
Well,
could be a good solution, but
if it makes you feel any better, I'm trying to rack my stuffing brain, so to speak. I'll tell you what I know about that guy. Um, he was referred to as the Grand Archivist, and he was one of 3 candle keepers, which were apparently a big deal. There was like him, someone I never saw that they didn't talk about a lot, and there was this lady with a big hat.
water bitch.
Someone I think like started talking about, oh, these are like the 3 lieutenants from like a light novel from Tien or something. They're like the quirky mini boss squad.
Very astute, Webley.
One of your relatives, one of the younger ones, they love those light novels from Tien. They
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about them a lot. They kept
Oh,
wanting
yeah.
to find. They kept wanting someone to like make a book club with them, so they could talk about the light novels. But no one was really interested because they were like a little too enthusiastic about it.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't good at reading the room.
Oh,
This is
Read the
everything.
room.
This is everything your grandma was saying, by the way. This seems like I wouldn't say.
This
anything
feels
like that.
pointed, Matthew.
No. I'm not. This is meant to be more of a stereotype than anyone we know.
Mhm.
Well, regardless of the situation, at least you are a fount of information, if nothing else. So,
I mean, I wouldn't say I found. That's about it.
well, that's certain. That's
I
more
ca-
information than we've ever had before. So,
I kind of blew my whole web there.
don't worry, Webley.
He's also not good at reading the room.
We'll mention it to we'll mention to him it when we wake up in the morning.
Across the campsite, as you guys are all bedding down, you see, Charlotte having a conversation with Webley. Doesn't seem out of the ordinary. Anything you guys want to do before you go to bed?
He crawled up.
I think Avi needs a nap. I think that's her first order of business.
Now, I do have to ask Avi, since there are no real trees around here for you to hang upside down from, how does Avi bunk down for the night?
She has to use a sleeping bag. She doesn't like it. She's
So it's
tossing.
like a little
turning.
burrito.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's very small. That's kind of why she's tucked up against Choco, so that nobody steps on her on accident.
I mean,
hey,
you could
Charlotte.
probably, if Choco sleeps standing up, maybe you could hang from the undercarriage.
Choco sleeps standing up.
Like feathers, grab on pretty well.
No.
Charlotte.
I think she would like it. Like the ground is fine. Better than a bird undercarriage.
Do you think we could pull something together really quick? Like, maybe using like 8 sticks or so. We could basically make like a clothing rack, but for Avi to sleep on, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That wouldn't be a hard ask.
I wouldn't even make you a roll for that. That's such a simple thing that you could whip up in like just a cloud of smoke and hammers, like a cartoon, like.
It's nice, and there's one in the center that's very sturdy. It's a thick stick. The others are holding it up in a nice little square pattern, so it sticks into the ground, and it's just high enough so that you can hang delicately from that center stick.
For comedy,
Hey.
roll me a crafting check. I just want to see if you roll on that one.
39.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good. I was gonna be like, oh, you pick up a stick. It's actually a giant stick bug.
Avi is so excited.
There you go.
Thank you. I can't sleep if there's too much blood in my feet.
That makes sense.
Same. Totally same. Yeah.
Okay.
That is
Also-
a
Sure.
thing to say.
I've never actually described this, but when Endures in Darkness goes to sleep outside. He does the thing where like you've seen him sleep before inside, where he just sort of like almost kind of like turns off and just kind of slumps down. Outside, as he goes to sleep, ghostly little like mushrooms appear on the ground around him and on him. They will turn
Aw.
into like sparkles once he wakes up, but he
He's
becomes a little
dreaming.
he becomes a little ghostly mushroom grove while he sleeps.
Aw. That's cute.
He's sparkles.
But yeah, you all get a good night's rest. You wake up. The Lobane have left you a little, not particularly appetizing, but a pack of like rations, sort of, so to speak, like some jerky and like nutritious hard biscuits.
Better than no food.
Teddy.
Just good old fashioned hardtack, yeah.
Hey.
Everyone, while you're getting set up and getting ready to like venture back in to the dungeon, maybe find some monsters to eat, you know.
Ah.
Everyone, feel free to give me a perception check.
I shall, but I shall also start with as I am chomping on some dried fruits and sticks. We'll go, oh, yes, by the way, I'm being spied on.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Yes,
a 35.
we knew already, Charlotte. We talked about this in the Sunland when Webley first showed up, that they...
Right, no, I know that, but I know who is spying on me.
Okay.
Who?
So apparently he's called the Grand Archivist, and he's one of 3 candle keepers for the Illuminated Tree. So apparently he's one of the 3 big deals. So I just
All right, well, we'll add him to the list of cultists to kill.
Grand Archivist, huh?
Grand Archivist sounds like a douche.
Oh well, shh. As far as we know, it might be the Grand Archivist. I could have just been dreaming. And you see her lift up like 4 sets of arms to do 4 quotations.
I feel like nobody is that stupid where if they heard that, they would, okay, you know what? Let's go with it. Sure.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You totally could have been just sleeping.
You know, dreams, they're weird,
Crimson
right?
Darkness is very confused.
Totally.
Avi whispers translations in his ear. So we're lying because someone might be listening to us. Yup. Those illuminated tree guys sure are scary. I don't want nothing to do with them. So that's probably
Oh.
why you're having nightmares.
Oh boy.
Probably.
My
fault.
timbers are shivered.
Goodness.
Shall we?
As you guys get ready to go, and the very tired at this point Lobane mages who have used all their spell slots the entire night just to keep magic lock going and
Thank
are
you.
looking relieved that you're done. Actually, well, hold on. Will, don't move. Please return your guys. I need everyone to roll a perception check.
We did.
We did.
Oh, sorry.
35,
alright.
39, 36, 36.
Well, I got sidetracked by the excellent RPing. Ophelia, as you like stand up and turn to look at the door, you hear flapping,
What's that
And-
flapping noise?
and you're like, "That's louder than Avi's wings." And you turn just in time to see quite a sight. So bearing down on you guys from around the towers of the Cathedral of Nothingness is quite an interesting sight. There's 2 things happening here. One, there is a skeletal, ghostly, smoking dragon flying down. Not a very big one. It's only large size, not gigantic. But on top of it, riding sort of on like rotting-looking reins, is a weird skeleton, but it's got meaty bits on it, and a tongue with spikes is flailing in the wind behind it, and it's carrying in one hand a kind of cool looking sword. And the Lobane guys look up at this because they were turned to look at you guys in the right position to see this, and you hear one of them whisper a name. Kaon, it cannot be. And we are going to, I'm just going to move these things into position, and we are going to roll initiative.
We just woke up.
Let me guess. Dead
As-
Lobane warrior that's been turned to some terrible piece of undead.
No, this is an entirely different enemy of the Lobane. He had nothing to do with the cult.
Well,
But also, he had a lot more skin the last time we saw him.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
We shot him from the sky. He should be dead. Oh, I mean, I guess more dead.
yeah, there you go.
mm,
a nice breakfast, and instead we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's fine.
delightful.
Us
Alright.
have to murder a thing? Oh boy.
All right. Toan. Ooh. Now this is going to be really awkward because he is riding on this thing, and if Spark Eater doesn't roll higher initiative than him, it's going to be awkward. Nope.
I'm going to
Especially
use
awkward because-
I'm going to use a hero point to reroll my initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
There we go. That's
all
much
right.
better.
You know what? I'm also going to. Toan is going to delay until after Spark Eater, so his initiative is going to be changed to 31. Oh, I have to roll for Endurance still.
And this is while they're flying. They're still flying right now, right?
Yes, they are a number of feet off the ground.
Cool.
Though
Ah,
you look at this and you think that dragon doesn't have any skin between its wings. It should not be able to fly. Undead are bullshit.
Cool.
It's
like, yeah, aerodynamically speaking, that makes no sense.
Where's
but
the lift?
also,
Where's the
still
lift
looks
coming
cool.
from?
still looks cool.
as long as the bones are hollow, right?
All right, now I can. Hold on a sec.
Guess is as good as mine. I'm an alchemist, not an aerophysicist.
Okay. All right. Endures in Darkness is gonna look up at this and just what is happening? He is going to he's gonna run back here. Yeah, and he is going to pump out his innate spell that gives everyone within 5 feet +1 AC, and he is going to give Gamma guidance. And that brings us to Igra's turn. Avi, you'll be up next.
Yeah, I just need to make sure I'm doing this. Next name will be... okay. Alrighty, 3 actions. Summon Elemental.
Hmm.
And I'm going to summon an Elemental Hurricane, and Igra's just going to say, Alberto! Just
Lol.
I just wanted to make sure I had the right one. That was going to be the next hurricane name.
Alberto.
Who is this?
Hurricane Alberto.
Right.
Because that's
I'm
the
assuming
next
this
name.
is an air elemental.
Yeah, well, it is legitimately called an Elemental Hurricane.
Cool.
I just have to find the... Was not expecting to summon something other than my...
I mean, it seems like it's a little, because the initiative order is funny, they do seem like they're heading to the ground.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to mess with them a bit.
Okay, then.
Listen, if I can summon a tornado on a person,
Mhm.
Looks like
Might
you
as
know
well be
what?
the ones that can fly.
right? Like, I might as well summon a tornado on a person, right?
No,
Just summon a tornado and say, sick 'em.
So-
Yeah.
no slight against you, Will, and because this is just based on the art, which you have no control over, I look at that and I think that I've pulled something like that out of my vacuum.
That's come off of my cap before.
I mean, everything of mine was gray,
It's a
but
very angry Diglett.
It's a very
Alright,
angry Diglett leaving.
Within 40 feet of this
Sulfur.
elemental, Matt, all
Okay.
terrain in the air is difficult terrain.
Oh,
Within
okay.
40 feet of it.
Yeah. All flying is difficult terrain for
Land,
monsters that don't
sweetheart.
have the air trait.
Land, sweetheart.
All right. Well, that's probably going to reduce their fly speed of 60 to like 30.
Yes. That's the point. I'm giving us some time. I'm going to say, everyone, spread out. Dragons breathe.
Whatever do you mean?
What are you talking about? This one doesn't even have lungs.
Also, Alberto,
How can it breathe?
Alberto, use Gust. And Alberto's going to use Gust. Alberto's going to use Gust on Tannen. Because I think this could be really funny if it succeeds. Come on. 35 to hit.
Which are you attacking, the rider or the mount?
The rider.
All right. Let's see, Tawan.
Please work.
So I just imagined there's Charlotte in the distance going,
afraid
"Oh,
he
it
has
has no lungs and no wings. It can't breathe. It can't fly. What is it doing?"
It has an AC of 38.
Well, fuck me, I guess. Second attack. Damn it. Oh well. When this thing hits something with its gust, it gets pushed back 10 feet, which would have knocked him off his mount.
Mm.
Which to me would have been humorous. It would have been funny. But yes, that will be Igara's turn. Choco's free action. They're going to listen to Igara and stride over to here.
All right. He seems very eager to listen to you. Avi, you're up. Then there'll be the bad guys, then Ophelia.
All right. I think the first thing I'm going to do is a little pocket library recall knowledge on whatever the fuck it is that I'm looking at here.
Yeah, wait, I can make him big.
Thanks.
Tongue.
Yeah, he's got some weird musculation still.
You just let me know what I need to roll, Matt.
This would be, he is undead, so I think this would be occultism.
I will take occultism.
Keep in mind, he is unique, so the DC is going to be extra high.
Can
Does
I
a 43
assist, or
help?
am I not allowed to?
Actually,
oh no,
you
never
can.
mind. I didn't need it.
That's a 44.
44 is quite good. That is just a little under 30 higher than his creature rating. So, I will tell you the important things. Like, sadly, I can't tell you anything about his history because you have no way of knowing that. But I can tell you all the mechanical shit.
Yes, please.
He has resistance to piercing and slashing pretty high.
Okay.
He has got the normal immunities, death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, not acid. He gets, this is a big thing, and I'll give you this. He gets extra reactions to take AOs.
Good to know. Good to know.
Also, and this is the big thing, and it's kind of tied to, well, this is two big things. One of them probably will not come into play. Big thing, he can paralyze people with his tongue, and it's a pretty high DC. You do get
Avi shouts this all out at the top of her tiny lungs.
and
Over the windstorm.
also, this guy is probably responsible for all those spawns with the tongues, because if this guy kills you, you become one of those things.
Oh.
And is it safe to assume that a lot of those like resistances and immunities apply to his mount as well?
Mount actually is a completely different thing.
Am I gonna
it
do
actually-
another check for the mount?
Yes. They do look like two very different undead creatures. The dragon thing has no meat on it at all and almost looks kind of more really magical. Like it's got glowing bones and stuff.
Like
I-
a
sadly-
Nazgul and a ring wraith.
Except it's like kind of fluorescent, kind of sickly green. I wish I could show you guys the art, but it's in like the profile picture tab on the thing. Because they didn't make a unique thing for this guy. It's just a modified, hold on, what is it called? Ravener Husk.
You know, I'll make an occultism check on the dragon as well.
dang. And you know what? That
you
makes
know
a lot of,
more.
that makes a lot of sense because this thing, despite the fact that it did have a name when it's alive, it is not unique. It is rare, but you rolled a crit anyway. So,
Oh, you guys have fun.
important thing, has a frightful presence. Once it gets down to the ground, well, that's my fault. People are gonna have to start taking. People are gonna have to start taking fear tests because it's like a 90 feet aura.
Yeah, but they're in the air right now.
They're not that high, but
Well, also I put it.
we'll worry in subsequent turns.
I put a picture of it in the Zoom chat if people want to look at the dragon.
Also, it has a specific trigger reaction to bludgeoning damage. If you hit it with bludgeoning damage, its magical bones explode and do damage to you.
Bludgeoning damage. Okay.
Yes. It does have a breath weapon, and it actually has no resistances, but it does have a weakness. Every time you do good damage, or holy damage, I suppose, or vital damage, I guess it's called now, it does 10 extra.
Damn it.
And it has one extra immunity. It is immune to sleep.
Okay.
So you can't put him to sleep and drop him out of the sky.
All right. Then for my last action, I ran away.
That's fair.
That's my turn.
All right, we move
Now
on
we
to...
know just about everything there is to know about these guys.
Yeah. I know everything about you as a person. Spark Eater is going to take one action to move, which he only gets to do 30 feet of because there's a big hurricane in his face. And he's just going to go around the hurricane. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, and that's his speeds. The second one would be, and he's pulling his mount along with him. He's supposed to be on them, but I don't want to have to keep fighting the controls. And he is going to use his remaining 2 actions to use his breath weapon, as expected.
Yeah.
Oof. That is going to...
While he's moving, question for you. It's
40
how high up in the air is he?
He is barely up in the air now. He's been going on a diagonal line this whole time down.
Okay. Was it a straight diagonal line?
The breath?
No, how high was he?
He was about 40 feet off the ground, and he was moving down as he was moving sort of around. Okay. So he did a sort of a swoop down.
All right.
Are you doing math?
Yeah, I'm doing math for like the movement to where he was. Okay.
I would say because of the angle and how high he's up, I would reduce the cone from 40 foot to 30 foot.
Yeah.
As someone who was truly abusing the Pythagoras rule that we don't use just last session, I can't fault Matt for.
I think I probably can get all of those guys there. Maybe not endures.
If you want to make a cone, Matt, there's a tool for that now.
But Will, you're so good at doing it and so handsome.
I feel like I should be offended by that.
Yeah, that's how I prefer to do it.
That was a little bit patronizing.
Whatever you mean, great DM Will, who's so handsome and wonderful.
This feels really patronizing, Matt.
But you make cones so good.
He loves a good cone.
So the most you can get is either.
That's fine. I just want all those guys in the group there.
Okay. Yeah, I think he can get everyone here.
Yeah.
So that is going to be, I believe, a reflex save.
Yeah, just let me check one ability that Igora has quickly, because I don't get to use it that often.
Oh no.
Oh,
actually no. You can use a hero point if you want.
I'm going to, because that's
the DC is 34.
I rolled a 2. Much better.
I have to double check a feat quickly. Trigger you or an ally. Okay.
So anyone who passed is going to take 28 negative or void damage, I guess.
It's a reflex save?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So how much are you taking, Ophelia? Gamma doesn't take anything.
Half? 28?
Half the 28.
28?
I don't take anything.
Wow, Will, hold on. This has been like 3 crits in the last 5 minutes.
It's me.
Damn.
I'm
Wait,
back,
is it-
Why are you
baby.
making reflex saves?
For the
Pardon?
breath weapon.
Breath weapon. You can dodge it.
Oh, you're not in it.
Yes, I am. I'm
Yeah, he
right
is.
beside you.
Oh, hey, let me send you a picture of what I see.
You might need to refresh your roll
Oh
20.
no.
Did Endures in Darkness make their save?
They did,
Okay, so then I don't need to expend my reaction.
Yeah. but he does not have evasion.
I'm not taking anything then.
Now this thing is big, right, Will? Your elemental?
It's huge. It's
Okay.
It's a hurricane.
it's literally a moving hurricane.
It's a hurricane from the Disney movie.
All right.
Mm.
Tuan is sadly still out of range of all the party members, so he's just gonna.
Oh yeah,
if
there is no
everyone-
Igor Aragama. Interesting.
He very.
Is
Will,
he going to
what
try
we-
to lick a hurricane?
I mean, maybe. Quick question though, Will.
Yeah.
Are elementals living creatures?
It depends on the context. What condition are you looking to do?
It's not a condition. It's only affects living creatures.
I would say yes, they are.
Okay.
On the elemental plane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I think the important distinction is there's undead which are not living. So, yeah, he's gonna try to
Hence
attack.
undead.
45.
That will hit and crit.
Sadly the crit is kind of wasted. It does no damage.
Mhm.
I just need a fort save from the thing, unless the elemental cannot be paralyzed.
The elemental cannot be paralyzed.
All right. Well, he learns from that, and he's just gonna make 2 claw attacks then.
And what's his claw attack's reach? Because if he's on the map, if he's on the mount, he's not in that square, right?
I mean, your thing extends down though, doesn't it?
It's a huge creature, but if
Yeah.
he's on the mount,
Oh, that's fair.
yeah.
Never mind then.
Jesus.
Sorry, Matt. I'm just.
No, but I am
to
gonna
nickel and
remember.
dime you on that one.
No. We are going to move on to Ophelia, and because he is now close to the ground, Ophelia, I'm going to need you to start by taking a will save against his frightful aura.
I'm
28.
cooked. I'm cooked.
No,
I
you're
rolled
not. Don't worry.
I
Oh.
rolled a 4.
The DC for the frightful aura is where is it?
Probably like 31 or something.
Hold on, is it the dragon that? Yeah, the dragon has the frightful aura. I'm sorry. Frightful presence is 31 actually. Yes.
Oh, how'd I know? I'm so cool.
So you are frightened 1.
I am frightened. Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
Boring.
Oh no, that's fine. That's
It's your turn, Charlotte. You'll be up next.
Boring. All right, we're gonna get
Well-
bored. So let's do a performance check. And I've been rolling like crap.
That
so,
is still a success, so it's going to be a +2.
all right. We got a +2 going on, and then we are going to throw up this Mirror's Misfortune on myself.
Mirror's Misfortune on Ophelia.
I could have an Ophelia token, please.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right. I'm gonna pop
And I'm
it.
also going to put a little frightened token on you.
You ready?
All right.
You ready? Put
that
your,
your turn?
hands in the air. I put my hands in the air. I put my hands in the air.
You know, sometimes Teddy looks like a prop. So like locked into that pose.
Literally
Anyway.
looks like one of those pens that have like a paw at the end of them.
It is your turn now, Charlotte. If you want to get him to press the Teddy to press the things.
Put his little paws down. I'm gonna start with my first action to take a quick little 30, little bit closer, and then I'm going to.
That does bring you into the frightful presence. Please make a will save for frightened. Unless you
I
have-
will make a will save, but I will also.
You succeed. You are
I will
now
also-
immune to the thing for a little while.
I will also implement my reassuring presence on Ophelia.
Oh, Ophelia, you suddenly feel a feeling like a comforting blanket
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
wrap around your shoulders.
Fuzzy,
Like one
you're
of those
multi-armed.
one of those lovely wool knit blankets with
Yeah.
the very thick yarn
So,
that's soft.
which immediately like, oh god, if this was a real thing, it would be really hot in the jungle. But because it's a ghostly reassuring
Ah.
presence, it's actually just nice.
Thank you.
So taking away the frightened from you since I'm within range of you. And then my last action shall be to yeet a bomb.
Aw, heck yeah.
Technically speaking,
What?
I think the reassuring presence is a reaction, so you doesn't take an action.
Oh, it's true. So yeah, by the way, I completely forgot that this was a thing I had. So if anybody had been around me for previous frightens, like I reduce.
I mean, we were mostly worried about conditions that are much worse than frightened.
Yeah.
Correct. Anyway, I'm going to throw a cheeky little bomb. And hopefully, since it's aimed at both of them,
They are right on top of each other, so
they are right on top of each other. So I'm going to throw moderate acid.
Moderate
A
acid.
30. 32. I
Now-
am going to use a hero point.
Ah, okay.
Try again, because that was a 5. I could do better.
Knock on wood.
Nope. I did a 4.
That was my fault.
31.
I'm sorry.
Darn.
Damn it.
That is
I-
not a. Hold on. Which one were you aiming for? The rider or the mount?
Technically the mount.
Okay. Either way, that doesn't critically fail against either of their ACs. One lower, it might have. But they still will. So both of them still will take the splash damage, which is
All right.
10 acid, which all goes through.
It's hard to hit a moving target that's flapping. Okay.
Also, you do notice that the mount doesn't really seem to react too much, being dead. But the rider, he seems a bit more animated than any of the undead you've seen before. Like different than the
feels
frenzy of the vampire guys. He kind of goes like, tries to like
He-
shake the acid off or everything. He seems like a little more characterful.
Oh, he's anime.
Gotcha.
We're gonna move on to. Actually, hold on. You have one action left,
I
technically.
do have one action left. I don't have anything in particular I can utilize with it.
I mean, you could shoot once with Pito.
I could. He is, well, is he though? I guess.
Oh, well, actually, hold on. What's the reach of the hurricane?
The hurricane.
40 feet.
Yeah.
The hurricane's reach is 20 feet. Like it can hit with a melee attack with 20 feet.
He is threatened then. So
Okay.
technically, the conditions have been met.
Yeah, and the aura is just fly speed. It doesn't deal with projectiles at all, so you're fine.
Okay, so we're gonna use the arranged inauspicious Pito to hit the mount, not the rider,
Sure.
because piercing things.
Oh, good call. Good call.
And this is
Remember
what would be technically a second attack, correct?
Yes. So number 2. But it's a
Critical!
crit. All right.
Oh, Pito! And just
yeah.
like shadow comes off of like the burns of my hands, and then all of a sudden there's just this bird go.
Yeah, that just smacks into and like shatters a couple ribs, but not with bludgeoning damage, so they don't explode. So yeah, that's 22 damage right off Spark Eater.
That's gonna be plus a little bit more because of Bartom.
You are absolutely correct.
13 times 2.
26. So
Yeah.
another
Plus the 10
4.
acid as well. So that's
Yeah.
a good chunk of change. And that'll end my turn.
Reminding me about the splash damage on that one. Yeah.
A burning love.
Also, I just realized Spark Eater. Hopefully, they don't run into Darius. Igorov, we're back to you. Please take the Frightful Presence save now.
Yep. Elemental can be afraid.
The Elemental is afraid.
Okay.
I'll
Igor
take care
can
of
be
them.
afraid. Igor probably is too.
Yes.
Let's see if Gamma does worse. Gamma doesn't do worse.
Gamma's fearless.
Gamma is fearless. Choco.
I'm bigger than a dragon.
35. He is bigger than a dragon.
DC is 31, so you're good.
Choco
Okay,
is
cool.
also brave.
Don't have to check anymore either.
Yep. So I'm just frightened 1, which means Gamma's frightened 1, which is just -1 to attack rolls. That's fine. I'll start by giving spending one action to give the elemental 2 actions.
Oh boy.
It's going to make 2 strikes on Talon. Whap. Miss. Miss.
33.
He's pretty nimble.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to get the knockdown. Then Gamma will get. I will spend 1 action.
Also, hold on a sec. I need to roll a d4. Okay. 2 rounds on the breath weapon.
I will spend 1 action to boost Eidolon. And then Gamma will, with a 15-foot reach, smack a dragon.
It would be so funny if sometimes you say, I spend an action to juice Eidolon.
So that'll be 47 against the dragon's off-guard AC.
I mean, that definitely hits. Let me just check. 47. That'll be a crit.
All
Yes,
right.
it only has an AC of 35 on a good day.
All right, so I have to do a bunch of math now. So sorry about this.
Ooh, math gross.
Yeah,
But
just a little
damage
bit.
good.
Okay, so we're going to get 2 per weapon die. It's 3 right now, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, plus
being-
another 2, 25. So 25
being very
becomes
friendly today.
50 with an additional
What's up?
88. So 52 points of
I've been
sonic
licking your
dragon
lips again.
damage to the
Can you
dragon.
Stop doing that.
All right,
Told
I'm
you.
gonna put that in. Tell me is that all of it or is there more?
Nope, that's it. It's just 52 points of sonic damage. Unless it's a construct, in which case they take 2 additional
I
points
don't
of damage.
believe so. No.
And then that is all 3 of my turns. Gamma hits like a truck, y'all.
Yeah. All right, we are gonna move on to Avi, who you technically are in the Frightful Presence now because it's like a 90-foot aura and they're closer to the
Yeah.
ground now. But I don't think Frighten is gonna affect your spellcasting much, so
I think it affects a little bit of everything, but I will make that will save. I'm gonna use a hero point. don't-
actually yeah, status penalty equal to its value to all your checks and DCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to critically fail this.
Yeah.
How's a
36.
36?
That is a success, I believe. I believe it's only a 31.
Yay! I'll take that. I don't feel like being frightened. All right, so these fools are this many feet away, and I am fully away from you.
Yep.
Are they grounded yet?
Not quite. They're like 10 feet off the ground. They look like they're about to land, but you know, combat is weird.
Okay, so if I made it. If I got over here, if I got right in front of them. All right, I'll do that. I'm gonna cast a big voice spell because I want to have a dragon fight.
Dragon fight.
Dragon fight. Dragon fight.
Dragon fight.
All right, Avi, how big do you get again? Large or gigantic?
This is the first time I'm casting it at 8th level.
Oh dang.
So I get huge.
All right, so
Bimga. Bimga.
Gamma-sized.
Although theoretically, with a 30-foot cone, I could just hit them from here. I can hit them from here. I don't even have to move.
I do
I'm
find it
just-
funny that turning into a dragon is 2 actions.
Yeah.
They really wanted to give people the breath weapon right away.
Yes.
Well,
Actually, oh, you know what?
Is
It might the breath weapon might be 2 actions.
I
Hold
think
on.
it is.
Don't look at this what's in the chat because it's outdated.
Oh.
Yeah, never mind. Breath weapon is
But you're
but you know what? You know what? I'll use Quicken Spell so that it only takes 1 action for me to turn into a dragon, so I can spray it with Dragon's Breath immediately.
Is Quicken
Instant
Action a free
gratification.
action?
Yes.
Oh god.
Why would it? How would it?
No, I'm trying to. I wasn't sure if you had like because I don't recall the last time you used this. Like, I'm like, do you have like sorcery points or something? I don't remember. I don't remember how this works.
Quicken casting is a fiend.
Oh, okay. Like, why aren't you just constantly using it then?
Because
And
it's
we're
a
gonna
once a
go
day.
with acid.
Oh, is it once a day?
Yeah.
Ah, this is a good one to use it on then, I guess.
Ignore the attack. Oh, the damage is not great either. But they need to make a reflex save of 36.
Oh, 36 for both of them. All right, reflex on Tuan. 35. And Spark Eater. 26.
Critical failure. Okay,
It's
and
a
I'm
big
assuming
dragon. It's hard to miss.
is Bard Song up by any chance?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Plus
Plus
2.
2.
Plus 2. Okay, so that'll be 39 to the guy, and
78.
yeah, 78 to the other dragon. What now, bitch? What now?
Our dragon's better than your dragon.
Our dragon's bigger than your dragon, and our
Your
dragon
dragon is
spits
like newly
acid.
formed. This one is long dead, so I feel like it's an unfair comparison. Just saying.
If anything, I'm a baby dragon, so that's embarrassing for you. You're getting your butt kicked by a baby.
Baby
I've only been a
dragon.
dragon for 2 seconds,
Oh,
and
a
I'm
baby
already
dragon.
a better dragon than you.
Oh, you.
Dang, I've only had this dragon.
I'm
for
looking
2
at
seconds,
the
but
size. You look a little heavy
something
then.
happens to it. I'll hurt
I'm
you.
a big baby. I'm in the 99.999th percentile. The
You can
doctors
say-
say I'm a miracle.
All right, sorry. How much damage to the dragon? How much damage?
78
Goodness gracious.
You might say that Avi is a boss.
What type
baby.
of damage?
acid,
All right, thank you.
which you specifically said neither of them had
Yep.
any resistances or immunities to.
And how much was it with the save on the other guy? Or did-
39.
Or he didn't
Because he-
save.
He didn't save. It's full
Okay.
damage.
So 39 to him. I have
So
to,
that
I
was
have
a
to,
good use of quicken casting.
I have to pay attention to the damage threshold, so.
Oh.
That's Avi
goodbyes.
Avi's turn. Spark Eater is just going to land in front of the Ophelias.
All right, when he's landing, I get an AO
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the Elemental or Gamma?
on the Gamma.
Okay.
How does a 42 against their off guard AC sound for the dragon?
The dragon, and they're off guard because the big thing has a huge reach.
It has a reach of 20 feet.
Yeah, okay. That is definitely going to hit. It's not going to crit. I think their AC is 35. So
Damn.
33. So
All right, so that'll only be 16 psionic damage.
all of it seems to go through. You rattle them bones
Mhm.
with your
Rattle 'em
bub, bub, bub,
bones.
bub, 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 bub. Rattle them bones.
Bones.
I cast Rattle Bones.
One turn off the recharge for the breath weapon. So he is just going to. What is he going to do? He doesn't know any better. He's a literally brainless undead dragon. He is just going to make 2 claw attacks at Ophelia. So how does the mirror thing work?
So a creature can distinguish between you and the duplicate only if it spends an action to seek and succeeds at a perception check against the spell's DC.
All right, so I'm just going to I'm going to roll a d2. 1 will be the one on the left. 2 will be the one on the right. All right, it's going for the real Ophelia by random chance. So 2 claw attacks. 36 against your AC.
That'll hit.
And 30, that will not hit. So 25 slashing, 5 negative. Or void damage. Ooh, it's
Void.
purple. It does purple damage.
This damage,
McKenna's background.
this damage tastes purple.
This damage was
you
so
know-
damaged. I taste colors.
I liked playing that character in League.
Yeah, she's cute. She was my old main.
She turns people into squirrels.
Yeah. And depending on what skin you have, she changes them into different things. She'll polymorph them into like a little snowman or a little cupcake or a little kitten cat.
That tasted purple. So that was 2 attacks. Then we move on to Tuan. Tuan is also now going to have to make a determination. Same thing. He's going after the illusion. So, does the thing, like, I'm assuming there's a bad thing if he hits the illusion?
Yeah.
I know, is it only if he hits or if he actually does, like, damage?
Hostile action.
Okay. So this will trigger then. What happens? Because it's
All right,
an
I'm just
attack.
gonna pop this back in the chat for you.
All right.
Make a will save.
Oh, yes, this imposes disadvantage. He failed.
Ooh.
So he
Alright,
has-
next hour, the creature must roll its next 2 attack rolls twice and take the lower result.
All right. So, after that explodes in his face, he kind of like, "Oh, such such trickery." And then he is going to open his mouth wider than you should be able to because he's missing some muscles, and spiky tongue lashes out at you, and he's going to try to get you with his paralyzing tongue. He has to roll twice, take the lower result. This is technically this would be a second attack, I guess.
Yes.
So 41 is the
Yes.
lowest.
Whoa, is that programmed correctly?
Yeah, he rolled a 16 and an 18, and he gets plus 29.
0 damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just supposed to be paralyzing.
He's just
Oh,
trying
gosh,
to
okay.
lick you.
So you are going to have to give me a fortitude save. That is a success by 2. You are not paralyzed.
Ooh, hooray!
And strangely enough, now that he's down on the ground, he releases the reins and very specifically does not hit you with the sword. He lashes out with his other clawed hand.
Interesting.
Attack number
I want
3.
that sword.
27. It doesn't look like super evil. It doesn't look like the kind of sword, evil cult guys wear. Like the priest in there, his stuff looked more evil. It's a nice looking sword. That is a miss, and we move on to Ophelia in question.
Alrighty. I'm not having it. I'm gonna keep Bard Song up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop a.
Keeping in mind, Ophelia, that he gets extra reactions for attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna move.
I know, but spellcasting can sometimes trigger.
I see.
Yeah. Everyone has the Mage Slayer feat.
Yeah,
It's
see,
okay. I'll die. I
Um,
guess I'll die.
all right.
Please
He's-
make another will save.
Well, he gets to make an AO on you, and he's going to do it with his claw because I'm not going to be a dick and use this paralyzed thing as an AO.
That is still gonna be at disadvantage.
Thank you for reminding me.
Hmm.
39 is the best he gets then.
That'll hit, but it won't crit.
All right, so 40 slashing.
All right.
God, from claws? Jeez. Oh, he rolled really well. He rolled an 11 and a 10.
I'm okay. Make a will save.
Will save. Crit.
Ah, all right. Unaffected.
Ori. All right.
Dems to
Charlotte.
breaks.
You're up. Endures in Darkness, you'll be up next.
Go ahead and take away that lovely little frightened Igra.
Oh, yeah.
Give
I
you my
mean, it went
reassuring
away.
presence.
Yeah, it would have gone away already, I
Yeah.
think.
We'll just consider a reaction. You feel a calming, warming presence of a blanket around your shoulders.
I feel like I'm being watched.
That too.
Oh no.
And then
Someone
we're
who
just
cares.
And then we're gonna throw a cheeky little bomb in this creature's face. $41 to hit.
That will
Agreed.
definitely hit. Both of them are, well, it'll hit one of them and then, the splash damage works.
It's a
Yeah.
40.
Were you aiming at the dragon or the guy?
Dragon.
Okay.
Biggest
Uh,
target. Easier to
that's
hit.
Definitely gonna hit right away. The 6 acid, and then the 10 splash, and then the 10 splash on the other gentleman as well. Oh,
Yes,
we
yes,
should.
yes.
They did both get hit by this last time too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they should get persistent damage this turn and roll for the persistent damage to go away.
Correct.
But you know what? I'm not even gonna roll for it to go away because you just reapplied the
I
persistent
just
damage.
reapplied it.
So roll
honestly.
your 3d6 persistent acid damage. Or I can just quickly roll it for you if you
I
want.
got it.
Okay. Ooh, that's not
12.
bad. 12 acid damage to the both of them as bone melts and it produces a terrible smell.
It's delightful.
I mean,
Okay.
nothing you're not used to. You worked in a lab. It's amazing you still have a sense of smell.
Yeah, it's a thing. And then I think we're gonna do a secondary attack with Pito since they're within the range. 37
on the dragon, I assume.
30
39 with Bard
9
Song. That
with
will
Bard
hit.
Song on the dragon to hit with an 11 full
Yep.
damage.
Doesn't
And
crit, but
I
yeah.
will use my last attack to craft a replacement bomb.
Okay. Endures in Darkness is going to. He is going to walk up just one step. He's going to keep pumping out his thing. Everyone within 10 feet is getting a +1 AC, and he is going to do a assured battle medicine check to Ophelia.
Thank you.
And this is the level 31, I think. So it's like, God. Well, how much is a DC 30 medicine check get you?
You want me just to click on it? I have it programmed on Igra's.
Sure.
I have the DC 30 treat wounds programmed.
Thank you.
44.
44 back to Ophelia. So it just negated that whole last round of combat. And that's Endures Darkness turn. Igra and then Avi Dragon time.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to give 2 actions to my tornado. The tornado. And the tornado is going to shoot lightning at the dragon.
Oh my.
35?
35. Against. Is this a range strike?
No range strike, so there's no.
So it's
flat-footed.
not
No, it's just the
No.
35.
off by 2 then.
Cool, and then smack the rider. So 36 against the rider's flat-footed. Sorry,
Against
off guard.
flat-footed, off
Yeah.
guard it will work then because it's 38 usually, becomes 36. So he
Okay.
just got it.
18 bludgeoning damage. And he's going to get pushed forcibly 10 feet off the mount. And I'm
All right,
going to
in
drop
which
him.
direction?
I can pick where he ends up. So I'm going to drop him if he's on the mount. I can drop him anywhere within 10 feet. I'm going to drop him right here, if that's okay, Matt.
Sure. Cool. Technically, does he fall prone?
Yes.
Okay. Also, I'm just double checking. It was piercing and slashing. Yeah, he was resistant to. So all that goes through, and he is prone. I'm gonna find an appropriate prone thingy.
Yeah.
Make the little.
I'm then going to spend my action to give Choco 2 actions.
He's gonna come up and peck him in the face.
Choco's going to come up to him,
Oh my.
and while he is prone, Choco's going to attempt an athletics check to disarm the sword.
Yeah.
Okay, opposed athletics checks.
I
then.
think
He does have an
disarm-
athletics profile, thankfully. So
disarm is against their reflex DC. I'm going to be
Okay.
rolling.
okay.
So, boom.
Oh dang!
43 technically, because this counts as attacks.
Now reflex DC is 10 plus the reflex save, right?
Yes.
That succeeds. Choco, with the speed of a bird picking a french fry off the ground, snatches the blade out of his hand.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Choco
hey,
did a
Sarah,
thing.
Sarah, Chocobo with the sword.
Ah!
You suddenly all
The
hear
horse!
you suddenly all hear boss music. Choco health bar appears at the bottom. Dun, 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 dun. Choco the Awakened.
I wish I could give him multiple I wish I could give him additional actions to run away, but I can't. Then with my last action, Gamma is going to striking belly bump the Dargan.
Dargan.
Ugh,
Dargan.
that
No.
will miss.
Um,
I don't know. I think that was a pretty
Avi.
effective turn, though.
Dragon,
Yeah, I
dragon.
think so.
Rock the dragon. Avi, dragon.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move to flank Dragon Bite. Dragon Bite. And then
Are
I'm
you gonna headbutt
gonna
him?
Dragon Bite. I'm gonna Dragon Draws him.
I just say that this is one of my
38.
favorite things.
That will hit.
39,
That's technically
40
a 40.
with against their off guard AC.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
It's
but,
not gonna crit, but it certainly hits.
but he takes that the 28 damage.
28 damage.
Plus an additional
what-
6 acid damage.
This would be
Oh yeah.
piercing damage, I assume.
Yes.
Okay,
but
so-
it's against the dragon who does
Yeah.
not have resistance against
Yeah,
such
and no
things.
bone explosion.
Yeah, and then
Dragon's
Ah.
looking pretty
6
rough.
And then additional 6 acid, Matt.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Thank you
And
for reminding
then-
me.
I'm gonna bite again. Nope.
Bitty bitty bite.
That's okay though.
All right.
That's my turn.
We move on to Spark Eater, who this will be the last turn they don't have their breath weapon if they survive another round. Yeah, we're gonna do it. It tactically doesn't make sense, but you guys are in no position that it would make much of a difference. So Spark Eater is going to engage in the time-honored tradition of dragon dueling. So they're going to turn around and
It's
fight like
time
dinosaurs.
to duel.
So it's just going to make 3 claw attacks or 1 jaw.
Wait,
Yeah, a
Avi,
jaw attack.
Are you a black dragon right now?
Yeah.
You'll never
38.
defeat my Avi black dragon.
My Batwing Black Dragon.
Yes, a 38 will hit.
21 piercing, 5 negative damage.
Oh,
As
what-
there's like not only the spiky teeth, there's like glowing green energy that kind of pierces into the wound. And then just 2 claw attacks.
Gross. But also
45.
fascinating.
Oof, that will crit.
That is going to be 48 slashing and 14 negative.
Oof.
29 does not hit.
No,
I mean, you wanted a dragon duel.
I sure did.
Tuan is now doesn't have to spend an action every turn to stay on the mount, which I may have forgotten 1 round, but I did for 1 round. I remembered. They're going to stand up as an action.
When they stand up, they trigger Gamma's AO.
Yep.
Wow. How does
41.
a 43 against their off guard AC sound?
Hits, but does not crit.
Damn. All right, so that'll be.
They're going to be hard to crit. They have a high AC.
I know, but if I would have crit him, he would have stayed on the ground, which would have been funny. So
Yeah.
that'll be 25 sonic damage to them.
25 Sanic. They look at Choco with the sword in the mouth, and they go, "That's rad as hell." And they are going to step up actually to Charlotte, and says, "Throwing acid from a distance, however, not rad." And their tongue is going to snake out, and they're going to try and paralyze you.
You.
They still have the disadvantage thing, I think, because it's like a minute. So this is going to be, that's the wrong profile. This guy is a lot more animated than most undead you've seen, which is a funny thing to say in a way. So 2 tongue attacks.
Bro,
The worst is
No.
32.
yes. No and a
Ooh.
yes.
So doesn't hit?
No. The
Okay.
first one doesn't hit. The second one does.
Well, I just had to roll twice and take the worst result. So
Oh.
32 is the one.
Ah.
32,
got-
it doesn't
He's
hit.
got disadvantage because he broke the illusion of the Ophelia. And it's not-
I
all her fans from distance
I
away are projecting
nimbly-
negative energy.
nimbly dodge out of the way of the incoming tongue and go, no!
And he's got like
Consent.
weird little dancing Ophelias in his eyes. Like I can't see properly. It's like the cartoon circling around the head. Stars. Very Disney-like. Ophelia, you're up.
All right,
There's
we're gonna
a very wounded dragon in front of you.
keep up, and let us. I don't think that will be a 45.
Can you all see the big +2 I wrote on the map?
Yes.
Yes,
This.
indeed.
It's blue.
It's,
It's
I wanted it to be
beautiful.
visible.
Good job, blue. I'm trying to see, is this one?
Blue.
Dang, all I got for non-AoE is all my homies hate AoE right now. All I got is fortitude save. Can the Dwagon make me a fortitude save?
I mean, I'm hoping it can,
Against
but
pain, painful vibrations.
it does, but not
I'm
critically.
picking up bad
Alright,
vibrations.
it's gonna take
He's picking up
24
bad
damage, sonic damage.
Well, 26 or 20. Hold on, 44 becomes 46 divided by 2 is 23, so 23 because it's Bard song.
23.
That is over a third of its health left.
Wait,
Nice.
40 half of 44 is 22 plus
Well, 44 plus 2 would be 46. Half
Gotcha.
of 46 is
after
23.
before not after.
You know, I gotta say, playing this game and being the DM is really helping with my quick addition and division.
Helps,
Right.
right?
Charlotte, you're up. Endures in Darkness will be next.
I don't like how close he's getting, so I'm gonna cast a little
Reminder.
bit of a.
That he has
Oh, yeah.
AOs.
He loves his AOs.
Just reminding you.
All my homies hate
No,
AI.
that's
Now-
also very true. But also, can you roll me a persistent for the dragon and for him, please? Thank you.
He is okay.
Dragon.
The dragon is okay also.
But they'll
But
take
they still-
the hospital.
They still take the 3d6 for this turn.
Yes.
Sizzle, sizzle.
8. So they'll sizzle a little bit for 8 damage, and then to I don't know if this affects AO, but I'm gonna do it anyway and just take the consequences if it does. But I'm going to cast a hydraulic push on
Yes, it
him.
does.
It is casting a spell, so he's going to get a chance to whack you. I don't want him to prolong this a super long time, so he's not going to use his tongue for this. He's just going to, God, I hate saying that. He's going to try and get you with a claw.
That's
Critically,
No,
he rolls a
does
1.
not hit.
He's still got dancing Ophelias in his eyes.
It does
loser.
not hit.
I don't think the 24/6 will hit him.
With the shape of an L on his forehead.
No, it won't.
No,
Interesting.
no.
I hate how that's. I rolled a 2, mind you, but I hate how that's statted. It's so dumb.
You have one
Um,
action remaining.
I do have one action remaining, don't I?
It can be a good spell if someone's near like a cliff edge.
Oh.
Or else if someone's grappling someone, it's very good too. I am a big
Well, I can't.
proponent of a hydraulic
It's
push.
got resistance to
All my homies love
any
hydraulic
of my
push.
physical attacks, so that can't do anything about it. I don't think it's gonna hit anyway, but I'll try and strike him. Honestly,
The
it's
Scholar's Gamble?
yeah.
I'm
No.
afraid not.
No, didn't think
But-
so.
He seems to get a bit more respect for you now that you actually tried to hit him in combat. Endures is going to pump out his aura thing. Everyone within 15 feet gets +1 AC. And then he's just going to try for a cheeky little electric arc. Just a cheeky little electric arc.
I like a cheeky little electric arc.
Alright, dragon reflex save. That is the wrong profile.
It's a favorite among some of the spellcasters.
Does not critically succeed. It succeeds, but very. So that's going to be 8 electric damage.
Gross.
And then for Tuan himself,
Should be more.
also does not succeed, or he does not succeed. Oh, hold on. Endures,
He
hold on.
succeeds but doesn't critically.
No, actually, Endures spell DC is 36. Electric Arc is not programmed properly, so he fails. He takes the full 17.
Yay! Hooray!
And then
Yes.
19 Bard Song.
Thank you.
And the
He's
dragon
now-
would also take half then because it didn't critically succeed.
Yeah, well, no,
Uh-huh.
I that he didn't critically succeed anyway, so he did take the half already.
Okay. And you added
Um,
you added the extra damage for Bard Song to the dragon as well.
Yes.
Okay.
He's very weak. We move on to Eager up. Eager up.
Avi, do you think you can finish off the dragon on your turn?
I can certainly try.
All right, I'm putting my trust in you. Igara is putting their trust in another person.
Congratulations.
Grow-
One action to give 2 actions to the elemental. Elemental, lightning strike the undead. The guy with the tongue.
Yeah. Ooh.
45 to hit them.
That will definitely hit.
24 electricity damage as they get thunderstruck. Second attack, 33.
That one won't hit.
Alrighty.
I'm
then-
gonna say though, after that lightning strike,
Yeah.
Tuan's shoulders kind of slump, and he just
Sizzling.
kind of raises his hands.
One action.
Wait.
I have valuable information you may wish to know if you wish to finish conquering the temple and its Lich Master.
One action. Choco walks away, steps away with the sword for one action, and then the other
If
action
you let me go, I will let you keep the sword. I don't even really want it.
strides over to here. I look over at the Lobane guards. Hey, is that blade like a holy relic to y'all or something?
I mean, I don't think it's our holy rock, but it has a name. I think it's called Spell Cutter. And he looks Tuan looks really kind of disappointed, like I wanted to be the one to tell you that. He kind of
Well-
glares at the Lobane, and they're like, ugh.
Also, no offense, Gama will spend one action and hopefully kill his pet.
It has 19 hit points left.
34 against its off guard AC.
That'll be enough, yeah.
20 points of sonic damage.
And he just he looks a little sad. But he's like, they didn't put him back together properly. It was just sad. He used to be a lot bigger, actually. He was a proper dragon, and full disclosure, I don't really care for the cult that much. They brought me back to life, sorts, but they were also not letting me out of the tower for the longest time, and then suddenly all the guards were no longer coming to check on me, so...
So then why would you just immediately attack us, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of
I
a
don't
dick
know.
move, man.
I mean,
I was
natural
cooped up for a long
instinct.
time, and I like fighting. All right, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry because I don't think you would believe me if I said I was sorry.
You
But
just
I also don't think you mean it.
You were just battle horny?
Kinda. I
Hey,
would be. Look. Hey.
look at me. I can't exactly fulfill a lot of my other desires in this state. I don't
Oh.
have a dick.
With a tongue like that.
Is that your only other desire? You don't want to like read a nice book?
Charlotte!
You know, hold on. What did Charlotte say?
No,
I just had a look.
I
gave
said,
him
is
a
that your
look,
only
like-
other desire? And Sarah went,
No, it was Will's. I mean, with a tongue like that, after he doesn't have a dick, I was like,
Okay, I'm just checking. Yeah, he
barbed
doesn't even
and
he doesn't even need to,
paralyzing. No,
he
thank
doesn't
you.
even need a check to tell what he knows. And he says, "Funny, you should mention a book. If you guys agree to let me go, I will go up. You can keep the sword, take Spell Eater. It's fine, or Spell Cutter. Pardon me. And I will give you the information you need to permanently kill the Lich." Because they have a soul cage hidden somewhere, and unless you destroy the soul cage, they're just gonna come back later.
I know someone who wants one of those.
The soul cage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Igor just looks at himself for a second. Don't worry about it.
why do you want a soul cage?
Reasons.
Reasons.
Sure.
I like the cut of this guy's jib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's entertain for a moment you
Here we
being
go.
let go after
Yeah.
attacking us for no good reason.
It also looks like the Lebane like raise a hand very tentatively, and he just kind of glares at them. And they're like, "Oh."
Don't be mean to them. You're being mean for no reason. I don't like it. What do you do
they
after?
killed
Stop
me.
interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. I am a big
it's-
dragon and I don't want to be talked over right now.
Pouts.
What is your next move after you go free into the world? Are you just gonna hurt more people?
I mean, if that's what your concern is, I always did want to like sponsor and like make a fighting club, so those would all be consensual fights.
I would appreciate a consensual fight because this fight was not consensual at all.
To be fair, a lot of fights aren't consensual. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
but this one had
Yes.
too much tongue in it. So
I can turn into a dragon at will. You think I don't know that? That's so fucking patronizing. I want to chomp on you right now.
Consent, Avi.
Mm.
Guy's
Okay,
actually
full
kinda
disclosure.
cool.
I was never the most social person when I was alive. Then I got brought back as an undead by a bunch of weirdo cultists, and they wouldn't let me leave a tower for a while. So I'm sorry if my interpersonal skills have decayed a little.
Ah, good one.
Eh.
Okay.
See, this guy
Funny
gets it.
because you're
Stop.
decaying.
egging him on.
Well, here.
I don't
You
know. I
just-
kind of like him. He's cool. He's funny. I don't know.
Logan, what do they think? I want to hear from them first. I want to know if we're about to really fuck them over real bad.
I mean, he was an enemy of our order. The warden chief won't be happy if he's just running loose.
Well, maybe you keep him with y'all.
I
mean-
I turn quickly to the Logain. No, I can't
Lobane.
do it.
Lobane.
I
Lobane.
cannot. I heard Logain because
That's
Twen speaks up. Hey, I'm negotiating with you guys. The Lobane are not part of this.
They're absolutely a part of this because if they don't want you alive, it hurts our diplomatic relations with them.
and we're trying to get through the gate here.
I mean, just look at you. You got a dragon. Just throw your
I'm
wave
only
around
gonna
a
be a
little.
dragon for another 30 seconds tops.
Just throw your wave around. Why do you care what they think?
Well,
Kind of attitude.
if does anybody want to know what I think?
Yes.
Yes.
Always. If he's going to be a walking, living, undead, somewhat pseudo thing, and could possibly potentially be useful, why don't they keep him alive, but keep him like watched over? I mean, the
so
Lobane, for the
I get
most
brought-
part.
I get brought back from the dead just to become a prisoner.
I wouldn't
Well,
say
maybe you could help
prisoner,
him
but
train.
useful.
They fight too.
Do you want the information on the Lich or not?
Yeah.
I do,
want the
which is why I'm not murdering you right now with acid.
Correct.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Yeah,
You
give us
started it.
information.
Don't pick fights you can't finish, bud.
Yeah, but there's ways to do a fight. You could have put up your.
You
dukes,
fight with
could-
your tongue. All bets are off.
I took your sword.
I was gonna offer the sword anyway, but
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
also animal holding a sword in its mouth, fighting like that's rad as hell.
I know.
I tried doing that with Spark Eater once. I couldn't find a sword big enough.
We do kind of actually need the information if we're going to get rid of the Lich problem, which the Lobane kind of want us to do in general. So it's
The-
either, I
The
mean,
Lobane
there's
do
a,
not at that.
Okay.
there's a
as
tit
long
for
as-
tat. Either you deal with the Lich or
I
you
will
let
not-
him.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying there seems to be a much more manageable enemy of the Lobane as opposed to the other. So like as a trade-off, I'd say this one is a bit more up your speed as opposed to the other. So I mean,
Charlotte's
and
calling you weak.
Charlotte just kind of like gestures to the entirety of him and goes, doesn't even have proper flesh.
I don't even
mean,
have
not
clothes.
correct. Oh, why did you have to say it like that?
I mean, I'm less than a Ken doll at this point.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious, like, how that tongue actually, like, physically works on you, because, like, what, no, because, like, you can see it, like, how...
Don't be nasty.
How did that get there? Like, that's not your tongue.
How are you talking?
You want to, if you let me, if you agree to let me go, I'll let you in on that secret too.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
We
So
will
first,
let you go, but you have to tell us about the lich, and you have to make nice with the low bane. No more fighting them.
You have
I
to
will
gamma the ways of your tongue.
I will do all those things because I will leave. I will not fight the Lobane.
Okay, that works.
The Lobane are like, we like that last part. We're gonna have to talk to the chief warden about this. He's probably not gonna be happy either way, but whatever. The temple is more important.
Again, scales.
You guys also do get Spellcutter, which I will tell you about later. So,
Yay.
the important thing he wants to tell you about the Lich is that
Would you stop chewing my strings?
Dwendak has turned something rather unconventional and clever into his soul cage. There is a single page in his otherwise actually useful magical grimoire. The page itself actually is his soul cage. His soul is hidden in a single page in the book. The book is actually also very useful and has like spells and stuff in it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the information.
The page
also-
inside of his grimoire is his actual soul cage.
Yes,
Do you know which page it is?
I have never actually seen it. Also, I don't have any magical aptitude. I imagine, looking at you guys, this lady just turned into a dragon. Or from my perspective, a dragon turned into a bat. I don't know.
Which is
I
rad.
think you'd be able to figure out, not to mention the fact that, from what I know of liches, even if you kill them, take the book, it does take time for them to reconstitute from the soul cage. So it's not going to be like you immediately have to find the page.
So read the book, basically, find the page. Got it. Okay. Well,
And
thanks for that.
In the answer to the other question, the tongue actually goes back into the skull and wraps around where my brain used to be, like a woodpecker does.
Cool.
Okay, but why
Gross.
does your tongue have barbs? And how does Gamma get barbs on his tongue?
Oh, I can
I
do
mean-
that in the level.
I mean, also, like piercings.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't have this when I was alive. This is like some weird undead thing they did to me.
I figured.
Would you stop chewing my strings?
Well,
I'm
what other
sorry.